going? And welcome to Wisershift podcast, where we focus on shifting the mind, body, and soul for a better life. I'm your host, Yves Jeanfield, Mr. Wiser, and
I am your co-host, the Z Scott, footwork guru and health freak. Today on the Wisershift, we're going to go over a few topics.
Let's talk about it.
We're going to go over a few topics.
But listen, though, the main focus right now, I want to introduce the topic, which has some subtopic. That's what he's excited about. What we're going to talk about is the main topic, which is New Year resolution or New Year ResoLies.
You can't lie all the time. when it get towards May, you forget what you said, and come on now. It's 2023.
Listen,
we got to be better. It's the Jordan year, remember?
Let's go. Let me just say this. We're gonna cut straight to it. No chaser.
Come on.
Raw.
Come on.
Let's do it. Listen. I'm not going to tell you no lie on this podcast. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You make your decision. This is not conspiracy, but reality. So, many of us, I had to stop about 5 years ago and setting New Year resolution because I see that sometimes it could be a cripple or a kryptonite to a lot of us.
Of course.
Because constantly we make the effort and decision to change behavior, because that's what it is to reset a resolution to your failure past year. So if you are one of few people setting resolution in 2023, I want you to keep this in mind. It's fine, you can do it, but remember, SMART, setting smart goals, and we're going to talk more about smart goals, but let's introduce resolution and versus ResoLies. Resolution, you come up with solution, but yet you don't apply them throughout the year. So what are your thoughts on that, and why should we not use a resolution but really put forth effort and being consistent?
Because what I'm looking at is your mindset is everything.
Indeed.
Your mindset doesn't change as often as your goals do.
Okay.
Right? We got to think about this. If I say, hey, this year I just want to drink water.
Talk to us.
Well, when you get around your friends and they got sodas, that's a lie, or that's a ResoLies.
Yes.
Okay. So if that's a ResoLies, then the whole idea of a resolution is a lie. That's why you should never have a resolution if you're not going to change your mindset.
So pretty much they're changing the spectrum of the solution they already set and changes, whether it's behavior or mindset and everything. Yep. I'm gonna give you assist right now. I know you love sport. This is your assist.
Let's go.
As a coach, what are some of your obstacles when it comes to coaching people? By the way, check them out. We'll plug it in the show. But as a coach, share with us some of the things that, when you set goals for your clients, what's some ways that you see that either they tell themselves a ResoLies in a way because they know they're not going to stick to your plan?
I just really got one.
Okay.
Consistency.
Ooh. That's
timing. Right?
Talk to us.
Those two right there, consistency and timing. When you're not consistently going to training, how are you going to get better? And then when we do have training, and if you're not on time, don't forget. Forget. I have back-to-back sessions.
Yeah.
So you can't step on somebody else's session time. So when you come in, you have to be ready to work. You have to be locked in. So when you say, I want to get better, do you really want to get better? Because look at Tom Brady. Look at everybody that's great. Okay. Everybody that's great had a consistent schedule.
Gotcha.
We're not lacking in any department.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why I love my clients.
Okay.
Z Scott Nation clients come on time. They are one of the better clientele in Orlando, Florida, solely because they wanted more.
Okay. Now let's pivot real quick. When you setting these goals, because I know when it comes to dealing with certain clients, of course, do you handpick those people, or those people you attract them? Because this is 2023, and I know you probably already have a handful, if not a list full of clients that you're already working with. And I know that most people talk good.
Yeah,
just like everybody every year.
Now.
This is my year. The claiming of their year and stuff like that. And by February, everything already
let me tell you, because the consistency is everything. It's just like getting closer to God. Right?
Yeah.
You say you want to get closer to Him. You're not reading your Bible every day. You're not praying every day. You're not going to church. You're just going on.
Talk to us
on Easter.
Talk to us.
And everything else. So I'm just in my mind. I'm just like, okay, well, if you want to get better, today has to be a consistent day. When you work on your footwork, when you work on your speed, it has to be consistent. You can't lack or have a negative output because you're positive. Is going to change as well, because the mindset didn't change.
Okay,
it only stayed the same, but you're being forced to be in a situation because you paid your money.
Gotcha. Because that, to me, is really accountability. Because a lot of people set these New Year resolutions, which in turn turn to ResoLies because they have no accountability.
Absolutely.
So now let's jump straight into why. Because on this podcast, I want to really help my audience and all the Wisershifters. I want you guys to really get in the mindset that change is inevitable. Is what you do with it.
Yes, sir.
Or you're going to adapt and overcome, or get stuck in the past. So understanding that we want to be able to provide solution, and one of the things that I want to dive straight into, which is setting SMART goals, and there's an acronym for it, which is S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and T is for time bound. So let's cover each aspect of those things and really dive into it and talk more about it, and let's tackle the first part, which is the S, being specific.
Yes.
And I myself, with someone who deal with analyst paralysis, where I overthink and overanalyze things, and don't make it specific. Like I get the specifics, but sometimes I get paralyzed in making. Taking the action sometimes.
Absolutely.
So, in what ways you can be specific when it comes to setting goals?
Well,
as a coach, talk to us as a perspective as a coach.
See, even for me, I want to talk to you as an influencer. Right? Okay. So, as an influencer, my Instagram, I have nothing on it right now.
Okay.
Nothing on it. On both of them, I have nothing on it. So I struggle with, I want to be perfect.
Okay.
I wanted everything to look perfect, and I have a amazing camera guy, one of the best in the world. Gene Studios is
Gene Field Studios.
Gene Field Studios is
they shooting this.
Oh man, Gene
if you like
Field
this production,
I am grateful for that. But you got to be more specific when it comes to the accountability of how you want your life to go. When is the goals you want to set achievable to that manner?
Okay.
Right? How would you say you can be more consistent with not overanalyzing but attacking? How would you say you want to do that?
My biggest thing for me is having accountability in certain areas. For me in my business, I have two things that I'm doing. One bring me profit. The other one is more like non-profit, where I'm just giving out information and tools for the people to be helped. Like what you're watching right now, Dreamfield Studio is sponsor and shooting this production, but yet Wisershift, the logo you see in the background right here, that's my nonprofit. I'm helping others to be more how can I say it, ready, have a ready mindset, right? So I'm very detail oriented and specific on that, and providing details to others to help them how to prep, how to live a better life and a balanced life.
Yes,
but yet on the other side, I overanalyze things. I'm shooting a video for a client. I'm like, I even though it's a great idea, I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna scrap this idea. I'm gonna go with this. So it's like I'm moving back and forth. Now having my wife and others holding me accountable, and I told them the specific goal I want to achieve.
Absolutely.
Now that accountability is there, and now that consistency is increasing. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if I answer your question, but those are the things that I look at, because those are two contrast things that I'm dealing with and doing. One is for profit, and the other one is not, because I enjoy it. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Dreamfield Studio is my profitable thing, because I have clients who's paying me for their project, but yet Wisershift, this free content that I'm giving out, that's something I enjoy.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So that's in the specific realm of things, setting smart goal. I got that.
Yeah.
But the thing is those who are watching right now, are you setting measurable goals? Because we lie to ourselves and say, "Oh, I want my business to make $100,000," but yet they're not putting in the work or having the specific business plan to accomplish and to make that to be a measurable goal.
See, with that, right? It's about the consistency. I'm gonna tell you a story.
That's the key word right there.
It is critical that you get up every morning.
All right, I got you.
And you work on the goal that you said you wanted. Nobody else said they wanted this goal but you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So me having a measurable goal, I want to train 5 NFL running backs this year.
Okay.
How am I going to make that happen? Okay. Be more specific, correct?
Indeed.
All right. Be measurable, correct? So here we go. The power of social media.
Okay.
When I drop my videos on footwork and coaching and how you move like a running back, how you get in and out of your breaks, how you get in and out of holes, what you see from the downfield vision, what you see in the open field, what you see on the sidelines that's closest to you, the ball switch, everything. I need to be more specific.
Okay.
So anything can happen in a year. You can blow up.
Of course.
This year could be your year, right?
Indeed.
Right?
Yeah.
It could be your year. So for me, I wouldn't even say this is my year. I would say this is my calling.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
This is what I was called to do. But this year might not take off for me
Gotcha,
because and just being real with yourself as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It might not just take off for me because I might just get one. Right?
Yeah.
And that one will lead to 2, will lead to 3.
Yeah.
But if I stay what? Consistent. Come on, man.
But one thing that I also, they kind of like run hand in hand. Having a goal that is specific, measurable, but yet the other part is it achievable?
Yeah.
I'm not saying allow people to create doubt, you know what I'm saying, in your mind, or
that's a big one,
or shut you down because they are hating on you because you have something going for yourself.
Yes.
But yet you can't be delusional and thinking that your goal is achievable. Perfect example. Let's dive a little in conspiracy, but this is reality, you know. A lot of people believe that we went to the moon and some didn't, right?
Right.
But
let's get
if I tell you that, entertain these thoughts for a minute.
Just for a minute.
What if I tell you we never went to the moon? How can someone who say that they want to be an astronaut, how can they really go to the moon or go anywhere else besides the outer atmosphere of Earth, maybe circling Earth for whatever purpose or reason or test? How could they achieve and become a true astronaut, if they study all these years, but never get a chance to go out of space, are they a real astronaut, or are they just carrying the title?
You definitely sharing. I mean,
so is that an achievable goal?
If you haven't got into that aircraft, you're not an astronaut.
Okay, I only picked that because people set goals that is not achievable, because sometimes they'll get the title because everybody are entrepreneurs now. But yet not doing nothing.
See, the thing about the thing about being an entrepreneur, if you're going to get up every day and you're willing to sacrifice sleep, family time, your time, to make a dream or goal happen, well, I think you're an entrepreneur.
Come on,
right?
Yeah,
you're making profit from it.
Yes.
Okay, you're impacting the youth. You're impacting the world with what you have called your entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Okay. So this like the astronaut. If I'd never gotten that rocket ship and went to see the moon or went to see
the atmosphere of the earth, come on, you're not an astronaut. You're carrying the title of due to training.
Come on, man. everybody can be anything, right? If you don't put the work in to actually become it and study what you become from people that have went into that realm of what you wanted to become, I don't believe it.
My thing is that you have to put in your 10,000 hours indeed, and not only that, walking the walk, not just talking it.
That's big.
Because I see a lot of people who say, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur," and some that say they are influencers. But I often ask them, "Are you really achieving that goal, or are you just carrying the title?" Because, like you said, all what you have said about entrepreneurship is true. But one thing that I would add to that is that the moment someone can show me multiple streams of income, I'm talking about 3 or more. Then I will consider and say, "Oh, you are an entrepreneur."
Okay.
Because an entrepreneur is someone who has their hand or dabble in different field and generating different income.
Passive income.
Or active. It doesn't matter. My thing is that you have to have, I said the minimum 2 or let's say 3, because 3 is really good. You really making cake, because when 1 and 2 is not bringing you money, 3 is you caking off that. You know what I'm saying?
You're not lacking in any area.
That's why I said. That's why anybody who said, "Oh, they're a 6-figure person," I often ask them, "Okay, let's minus your liability. Let's looking at your net profit. Is it liquid or really cash in the bank, or any form of stocks or anything like that? When you add all that minus the expense or liable asset, what's left is what you really what you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I'm talking about to currency wise, but understanding so far, we have setting small goal. We want to make sure it's specific, make sure it's measurable, make sure it's achievable. The next thing is the R, which is relevant. Sometimes with this podcast, we talk about mind, body, and soul.
I'm gonna say this, brother.
Go ahead, talk to us.
It's hard to stay relevant when you don't understand your field.
You know why most people don't understand their field? Because they're not specific enough in details on what they're going to do.
You better have achievable goals.
Yes. Listen, he's going to be my coach for this year.
I'm telling you.
So you see these cheeks and these extra weight? I'm not just wanting to lose weight. Behind me, matter of fact, let me grab this book while we talk. Relevant field.
So look, when you're relevant, right? It's just like this. When you're at the top, everybody wants to have a piece of you.
Yes.
And have a piece of your business and be associated with you just because you're relevant. The moment you stop being relevant, everybody goes away. Trust me, because I've been in that field.
I'm glad you said that. Before I show you guys one of my specific goals for this year, because I don't want to just lose weight. I want to do more than that. I want to be in good health.
Talk to me, brother.
But what you just said kind of remind me of what happened yesterday in one of our business calls. We're not gonna go into full detail, but it just remind me that right now you are one that this is not a biased view. This is what I witnessed and see for myself. You one of the hottest controversial coach in Orlando, Florida, or should I say Central Florida, period. And not just because he my boy and my brother, but at the end of the day, I see it. I see what goes around, and you being relevant, and it become controversial, and how do you play into that to benefit you in the long run?
Keep dropping videos. Listen, and I love everyone. Let me just start by saying that I love everyone. They hate me or love me. God told me to love you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow God regardless of whatever the case may be. But I'm going to tell you this, though. You can't stop me when I drop.
When these work.
When these feet go to moving. And see, let me tell you something. Before I even... 2023 is going to be one of those years where it's just going to be like, whoa, he did that again.
There's going to be a marker.
Nike.
Remember.
Nike, let me ask you a question.
Any representative watching Nike or supporter of Nike, please, we definitely want you to relay this message. Go on. This is not the views of this sponsors of this of this podcast, but we do support Z Scott Nation.
Listen, I set a goal for myself about a year ago.
Was it specific?
It was a specific goal.
Was it measurable?
Measurable.
Was it achievable?
I did it.
Okay.
Guess what? I signed to a company.
Okay. They're going to remain anonymous because we don't want to promote them. I got you. I heard this story. That's why. Unless they come out with a check, then we can drop a sponsor.
We're not dropping no name.
Sponsor, you can advertise here.
So I was dropped from a company. And I was I did everything that I was supposed to do. Right? And I was just like, well, why did that happen to me? And then I started thinking, well, I'm looking at Nike. Everybody at Nike is a superstar. So, and then I'm looking at my favorite trainers, Mo Wells, and all he rocking is Nike.
They rocking what?
All he rocking is Nike.
Oh, okay.
Quincy Avery. All he rocking is Nike.
Okay.
And these are superstar trainers.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, me and Nike, we're going to have to talk.
Nike, you can sponsor here. This is where you can put your ad. But without naming the prior, I said it. Without naming them, let me just say this. And on this podcast, we are not an echo chamber. No, He's going to challenge me, and I'm going to challenge him. Now, sometime, this is just a thought, and I want you to answer this as honest as you can.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to be one of those friends who just, yes. Now, I want you to answer this question. Do you think you did something that they deemed unfit? Because we're in a culture where people have thin skin. Do you think that you said or you did something, or maybe you're present, maybe like, nah, we have to detach ourselves with that?
If you want to be real,
talk to us, man. I want to be real if I didn't ask you this question.
So check me out.
Talk to us.
I think that...
You think or you know?
I know.
Okay. Talk to us.
That it was something in the mix when I didn't get the phone call that I was expecting or the email that I was expecting. Did I do anything outside of... Nah, I actually didn't post on Instagram and took my Instagram down for months. And I guess you have to stay relevant to stay there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if mental health is a big thing there. Mm-hmm. But I know at Nike, come on, man. I don't know what I did.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I'm glad it happened.
Really?
Because it created a fire.
Yeah, you need those.
It created a fire in me. You'll be back.
Okay. Because life is a roller coaster at time. When you have these valleys, that's the time you grind to get to those peaks.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so this is a cliche saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sometime when you fall, make sure you fall on your back so you can always see where you came from.
Always.
So you can always climb back to that or even higher.
I wanna bring this up. This is the last thing I want to bring this up. You remember that night when I told you January 1st, 2023. What was across the street from us? We was at church that day. What I told you was across the street from us. What did you hear? Stadium. Think back.
Oh, yeah. The event was happening that you were supposed to be part of, but yet you was in church. God is making the ways and opening doors because that evening, Pastor canceled service because he wanted to make sure that we were not caught up in that traffic or that event itself. And one thing that stuck with me is that this is just me. I'm not prophesying because I don't want to prophet lie. I'm not a prophet neither. But Absolutely. What the Spirit of God was telling me, which I didn't share with you, is that He wanted you to see what you could be part of, but yet this is where I need you to be. Because often we want to climb these hills and these mountains and leave God out of it. But the moment we get attacked by others or things that's happening in that industry, that's how we lose our soul. Sometimes it's a physical you committing to whatever label or whatever, in music, whatever the industry it is. But entertainment industry itself overall or sport, it doesn't matter. Sometimes without God, we lose our ways and our direction. And what do you think about that? Because that was what was in my spirit. And often, if it's not confirmed through 2 or 3 witnesses, sometimes I try not to tell others about certain things.
And that was right.
Okay.
And you hit it right on the head.
What's your thoughts on that? Because at that time, I don't think it was relevant. Because I know my brothers, because he can hear and watch what's going on. And he was supposed to be part of all that. I was like major brand. Let me just say that we're not just flexing here.
Not at all. I promise you, not at all. God needed me to be there because I got so big headed, and I'm glad He took that away though.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, I'm still hurt by it.
I know.
And I'm just like, wow.
I know. That's why I'm asking these questions because I want you.
Yeah, I'm just like, God did that for a reason.
Okay.
And then
I believe He did.
Next Sunday, matter of fact, the last Sunday, God opened up the doors, didn't He?
Yeah, He did.
He did, right? And I was just like, from that whole experience, that night showed me like God wanted me in a specific area
and mindset too. I believe that.
And I had to seek Him.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have did it without you.
All glory be to God, man.
I don't
want none of it.
and the conversations that we had.
Yeah. That remain.
It kind of like set me in a different mindset, in a different. I don't even know how to even. It set me so straight to the point where I was like, okay, I'm good on that.
Yeah,
I'm all right. I'm good. But I got the full Holy Ghost?
That was a what we call a revive, because sometimes either the Spirit of God is with you or in you. When it's in you, when your mind and your actions start to defer from His Spirit, because this way it's dwell. For non-believers, just give us a minute. We just covered it. Just walk with us. I know some people don't believe in this stuff, but sometimes you need a revival. That's why in churches they have what we call revivals. Sometimes we need that because the Spirit of God can be dormant in us. The Holy Ghost can be dormant in us, dormant because we have either stray away or have gotten too far away where we wouldn't receive anything from God. And another thing too is there's just like a cell phone. The closer you are to that tower, better signal you get, and the further you are, less signal you get. So it's the same ideology or principle or concept.
Absolutely.
A lot of us, I can say. But to close things off with that chapter and that specific thought that we were talking about in reference to being relevant and how that took place for you. That's an event in your life that no matter how hard you want to forget it, but those are the few that are going to prepare you to Nike, prepare you to these other big brands, and prepare you to later on where you're going to have Z Scott Nation as a household brand.
Global.
And I believe that. And I need brothers like you.
Thanks to G Studios.
Yeah, we can work with each other and help each other.
Absolutely.
But going back to what I was saying earlier, this is one of the books that I'm currently studying, and Wisershifters, you're going to get more content on this because I'm starting to garden more this year.
Yes, sir.
And holistic medicine is something that I really want to give to the people and really remind them that they don't have to be on these synthetic drugs or supplements and everything like that.
Everything natural.
Exactly, because once you help me with my training and I shed these weight, I want to be on a tight diet. And it's one of these words people don't want to hear, but a diet simply is something that you maintain over the year. And I want this diet to be specific, measurable, and achievable, and not overnight and then relapse.
So let me ask you this question.
Okay. Shoot.
What are you doing now to prepare you for that diet?
Right now, I am restricting my diet. Not my diet, my intake. Yeah, calorie intake. And I'm not just talking about counting macros and looking at just the calorie count. I am doing the specific work again. We're talking about SMART goal. What I am doing is cutting certain things that either disable your immune system and causing you health issues, things that is foreign or synthetic, and 3 things that's not compatible with the body.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the digestive system, because our gut sometimes hold a lot of waste for weeks and years,
right.
And a lot of us are bloated and can't do well. So my thing is just to share the details before you go into it. I'm cutting out things like high fructose corn syrup.
Yes, sir.
If it has that,
yes, sir,
I don't want it. Number 2, I'm cutting these dyes. I'm talking about the yellow 6, red 40, all that other stuff, because in the long term, in long term, it's killing you.
It's detrimental to you. Over time, your body gets sicker. Then you have to go on all of these drugs and medicines just to correct some of the things that you were passed down through the years.
And while we're on that, this is the last part of the setting SMART goal, which is T. The T. We have S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and T is for time bound. Because over time we have been assimilated to a way of eating and the way consuming food. Because we in America, we have access of food and whatever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
grateful.
And we have built this behavior that over time it's hard to get away from. Mm-hmm. So
let me just say this and just ride with me. How many fast food places you see over there in the rich neighborhoods?
Not many. Okay. More whole food than anything, if you think about it.
Okay. Now come to the side where the less fortunate is.
Or the minority. When I say minority, I'm not talking about just black. I'm talking about...
How many liquor stores do you see?
Come on, I was just about to get to that. Many, almost every corner.
How many smoke shops do you see?
A few popping up.
Okay. How many Popeyes and Wendy's?
A lot.
Okay, so...
And don't forget, too, how many denominational churches in every corner, like fast food restaurants.
Okay.
That's the spiritual side.
Okay. So I'm thinking somebody knows some information that's being gatekept from us, the minority. Mm-hmm. Get yourself something that's going to save your life in the long run.
And if you're gonna put more, if you want to keep something away from a certain minority, put it where?
In a book. They ain't gonna read it.
Listen, I'm from the island. I'm from the island of Haiti, and being Haitian, and I was raised here in America. One thing that I saw that kind of like I fell into that trap, not knowing. Let me not say not knowing. I knew, but yet fell into it because lack of how can I say it, accountability or
lack of knowledge of knowing what you wanted to eat or what access.
I knew it was the access.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. This is not conspiracy. This is reality. Because the moment you eat all these, GMO, crazy food, and you get that into your body starts to break down over time, right? Mm. And the biggest, I'm not gonna go too in detail into it. I'm just gonna scratch the surface. Mm-hmm. When you give people an opportunity or the ability to change their gender or change who they are, listen, mentally or physically, what are you gonna have to give them? Hormones. You're gonna have to give them pills.
What's in the pills?
They playing into the hand.
What's the breakdown of the pill?
But long term,
you're killing your body.
You're killing your body, and guess who's profiting off it? The pharmaceutical.
Yeah. I believe the pharmaceutical.
This is not conspiracy. This is reality. It's the truth. The
pharmaceutical company is the biggest gangsters.
They are.
In the world.
And even just briefly scratching the surface, there's plan already in place to really shut us down. And again, we are treading lightly, Wisershifters, because we don't want to upset anybody, or we don't want anybody to come after us. We want to make sure that we provide the information and you do your homework.
You do your due diligence.
Yes, and arrive at your own conclusion. Let me just say this. I have done the homework. Let me just say the conclusion is not good unless you're ready to make that change.
Herbal medicine.
Yes.
Everything is natural. Be natural.
The link will be in the description below. This is just one of many books that I will be bringing in on the podcast and recommend throughout the year of podcasting. But I really want to share that. But with all that being said, we understood what SMART goal is, being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Mm-hmm. To wrap things up, what can we say to the audience who is watching? How could they better their life or get in a state, be in a state of preparation for any calamity or changes that might be coming? Because we know with people like your Bill Gates who buying thousands of acres of farmland.
Yes, sir.
They are changing our food. We have social media giants like your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, and stuff like that, they are influencing the young people to do certain things. That's a mental thing, and different.
Please stop vaping.
That's another thing too. I really want to talk about, but we see all these things happening, but yet people are still delusional in reference to setting these resolution year goals and whatever. And what can we share with the people that you think that they can how could they improve on becoming better each year, which I don't think is really a new year according to the Bible.
Be smart on what you say.
Words has power.
Words have a lot of power.
It does.
And if you know that you are going to be lazy and not achieve your goals, just don't say it. Just don't put it out there. Because people are looking at you whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
And they see that, well, she said she wanted to lose 10, 15 pounds, but she done picked up an extra 30. Right? Now, I want you to do this. Just do this for me. Just do this for me. Give me 4 months. Give me straight water, 4 months, right? 4 months, straight water. Okay, you can eat whatever you want, right? But I want your water intake to be more than ever, okay? Drink a gallon a day.
Yeah.
Drink a gallon a day. You're going to see a difference in your skin. You're going to see a difference in your health overall.
Yeah.
Drink your water. Eat your vegetables.
Yes.
Eat them. They might be nasty. Drink water with it. Drink water. It does not matter. At some point, you have to change your life.
Yes.
If you don't, you're going to be obese. And once you get there, it's a decline from there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
I want you to be serious about your life, okay? Take your life very serious. You only got one. You only get one. You only get one. So I would tell you, please look after yourself. Please. Everything needs to be natural that's going into your body.
Yeah.
If it's not, you are going to be in big trouble.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. Please, everyone, look after yourself.
I agree. That's a good input. What I would add is your physical is great because, we have to take care of our body. Another thing too, two things I want to add, which is the premise of this whole podcast, which is mind, body, and soul. We already just covered the body. The mind, you have to take time off to yourself. Meditation, clearing the mind. You have to challenge your mind also by learning new skills. You know what I'm saying? The more skills you learn, certain things will be easier in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you have taken the time to learn it. Each month, find something new to learn or find a new thing within your field to learn. If you a business owner, learn how to do tax.
Oh my goodness.
Not learning where you can do it, but like learn a little bit more about finance.
Come on now.
Like you as a coach, you might want to look more into like herbal medicine.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? There's different things that you have to keep the mind occupied because there's a proverb that says an idle mind is a devil's playground. Indeed it is, because the moment you leave this empty or at rest, sometimes things come up here and you don't want to be thinking or that can easily drive you crazy. And I know a lot is a buzzword now, mental health. We should have been taking care of our mental, but last but not least, your spiritual aspect. I'm a believer in the Most High God, aka a Christian, and if I have to really put myself in the box, in which most people are going to ask, I'm apostolic. I believe in the doctrine of the apostle that Jesus Christ left. You know what I'm saying? Before he left here.
Yes, sir.
But those who are not
the same. Don't get it. I am the same. Don't let the Scully fool you.
For those who are not whatever you believe in, the universe, the ancestors, it doesn't matter. The divide, the frequency, it doesn't matter. You got to have a spiritual grounding that's needed for your soul. Whether you believe it or not, you do have a soul. When this flesh perish, because we all have a divine appointment that we cannot be late nor miss.
Judgment day is coming.
Which is that death, which is the perishing of this meat suit.
Better be ready.
Your soul gonna survive. Because remember, even science tells us energy doesn't die. It's simply transfer or transform. Because we see it every day. We can see a liquid in its liquid form. We can see a liquid become a solid, and we can see it become a gas. And that gas is one of the form that you can't see sometimes, but yet it's still water, but it has gone to and transitioned to another form. With that being said, please take care of your body. Please set
smart
goals. Resolution to look at the root word. Solution basically almost is to redefine the solution basically. So do not waste your time of ResoLies to yourself or to others. Please. And I think this is it for it. Anything? Do you want to plug in anything? Your business, anything like that?
I'm on Instagram, ZScottNation.
Follow.
Please follow. I'll be definitely doing the herbal medicine. I'll be adding that to
and blending into your
my coaching and my workouts and everything else like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And this is the Wisershift.
This is the Wisershift podcast. I'll see you guys next time. All the detailed information will be in the link below. Please subscribe if you're watching this, and this is a new venture for us and for me. I want to create diversity for the Wisershift. Besides just doing equipment and tools reviews and prepping and things like that, this podcast is to really talk about things that we
outside of the box.
Yeah, pretty much.
That you talk barbershop talk,
Pretty much, and really cover different things that can help you be ready and prepared in all different forms and shapes, and that is dealing with your mind, body, and soul. And please subscribe, share this with someone else if you find this educational and informative, and also like the video so we can get into the algorithm and so more people can find us. Last but not least, please, if you are able, let's talk about more about this topic in the comment below. Let's talk about it. Let's challenge each other. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's make this a community that we can help each other and live a balanced life. I thank you for watching, and let's see each other in the next episode. First time watchers, thank you. Please come back. And last time watchers, thank you for your time. We'll see you, or we may not see you. Thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Wisershifters, we out. Appreciate you, bro. We took the same. We lean back the same way.
Professional. I told you.
I'm gonna leave this in. This is a blooper. I'm gonna leave that in, bro. Cause my brother, I like it so many ways. But anyway, we out of here. That's it. See you next time.
All right. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.